Welcome back to Yahoo Finance Live, and we're going to zoom here on CEO pay. And Julie, a really interesting study by the Wall Street Journal, who crunched the numbers on the pay made by S&P 500 CEOs last year. It's some shocking numbers, and this number continues to be shocking seemingly every single year. So the median pay for the leaders of S&P 500 companies hit $14.2 million last year. That's up from $13.4 million the year before. And tops on this list, it's a mind-blowing figure, is Joseph Bay, the co-CEO of KKR, who pulled in more than $500 million in total compensation. And I giggled, Julie, because just the number is it blows your mind. I mean, we're in the middle of a pandemic. Even if we weren't, over $500 million. You have to be kidding.
Yeah, and at the same time, the Journal reports that half companies said the pay for their median worker increased by 3.1% or less in 2021. And at 130 companies, median employee pay declined year over year. Although the Journal also does a good job of sort of laying out part of the problems with all of these numbers is the reporting requirements are sort of spotty and all over the place. So you're not necessarily getting apples to apples comparisons for either median worker pay or executive pay at these companies. Obviously, most of these executives are getting various stock option awards at different times, which can balloon their pay enormously one year and then bring it down the next. So I mean, bottom line, we know that executives in this country are making enormous gobs of money, and that sort of the average worker is making more, but nowhere near the same rate. But the details, it's trickier to sort of dig in and get more granular on a real useful basis.
Yeah, not to leave Joseph Bay alone here. Of course, we have to mention Andy Jassy, CEO of Amazon, pulling in more than $200 million. Then Intel CEO Pat Gelsinger, new CEO of the company last year, pulled in $180 million in total compensation. So not just Joseph Bay on that very interesting list of well-paid leaders.
No. And by the way, not just Joseph Bay, even at KKR, his co-CEO Scott Nuttall making also in the $500 million range. So obviously, big stuff there.